I'm here with Mount Marty baseball coach Andy Bernatow, and coach kind of had to scramble to get into the conference tournament, but kids seem to be playing well right now.
Yeah, it was kind of ran to a buzzsaw early in the season. When you look at the body of work our season, we started hot and we finished hot, and then the middle was just kind of blah. Some of it was conferences up and the scheduling of how we had to go through teams, and we did run into some injuries. But what I view it as is that we were sitting at a point where we were 1-10, and we found a way to get in. So I'm very proud of our kids. We're starting to get healthier, so I'm excited about this upcoming tournament.
And you talk about the level of play in the conference. I don't remember a time where there were two conference teams ranked and a third getting votes.
Yeah, actually, when you look at it, if you look at the body of work that those three teams have done, we should have three teams in the top 25. And I really feel when you look at those three teams, what they've done in recent history, and then what they have returning, we should actually have two teams in the top 15. I think there's a little bit of a disservice going on there, but I'm hoping that as they move on, they get an opportunity to play. I know Doan will. I'm hoping we can figure out a way to keep our season going as long as we can, but we do have at-large bursts, and I'm hoping that Northwestern Midland maybe get an opportunity to continue playing. They're phenomenal. They're as good as Build. And when you look at it, usually we get pretty excited in this conference when you have a team this time of year with 30 wins, and we've got a team over 40, and we got two flirting with 40. So I think that shows the level of play at the top end is very high. As high as I've seen it in the 10 years. So now this conference is I think headed in the right direction in terms of baseball and the level of play.
And you get one of those teams right off the bat, Northwestern. They're a team you split with during the regular season and have had success against in the postseason.
Yeah, I don't know how. They've been really good. I think it shows how good we've been over the years, and maybe how we approach the postseason. I think it's a situation where we are the 7th seed, and right now they're the 2 seed, but I think if we can come and take care of business and play baseball to our ability levels, we've got a chance. And they're good. When you look at their pitching staff, it's pretty sound, and then defensively they were the best defensive team in our conference, and then offensively they were one of the better teams too. So we're going to have our hands full, but it's tournament baseball. You got to show up, try to play your best, and see what happens. We're excited to be there.
And one of the highlights of the year in terms of an individual performance has been Jared Miller. He's been around the tops in the nation in batting average all season, close to 50 RBIs for you. Talk about what he's been able to bring to the lineup.
Well, he's been a highlight for 4 years. He's been pretty incredible when you look at what he's done over the last 4 years. Since he was one of those kids, he was going to find a way right off the bat to be in the lineup as a freshman. But he's been pretty incredible all 4 years. And this year, I think one of the biggest things is the leadership in terms of how he approaches things. One of the things is, and it's something that at the end of every year I feel like I'm always saying is he's banged up, and he is. He's banged up. He's dealt with hamstring issues this year and a rib cage issue. And if you notice, not only this year but over the 4 years, he now is our leader in games played, I believe. Or right, if he's not, he's just behind Jason Schmidt with 2 in terms of a career. So he's just a warrior. He's going to find a way to stay in the lineup, and not only is he going to find a way to stay in the lineup, he's going to find a way to produce. But I tell you, it's been a treat. It's really been a treat to be able to watch him, and he's a throwback. He's like one of those old players that Bob T had here. He's really competitive, and he can flat out swing it. The kid can mash. It's been fun to watch him. Been fun to be a part of it.
And going to the tournament tomorrow, 8 teams playing for one title. What is it going to take for your guys to pull it out?
Well, it's a little unique. We have a few changes in how we've done things, and it's going to make that Cinderella story a little bit more difficult. One thing that we've switched to here this year is all games are 9 innings. In the past, the first day was 7 innings, but with the change of BB Core bats and games not lasting as long in terms of the length of time, as a conference and as a group of coaches, we got together and made a recommendation that we change all the games to 9 innings. With that being said, now you gotta be better for 9 innings, not 7. So that's gonna tax on pitching staffs. You know, our pitchers are gonna have to go and throw strikes. And like we had in our quick little brief meeting yesterday is, they've gotta understand that, you know, sometimes we get during the season that, well, I threw my 7 innings, I'm done for the week. And they've gotta understand that they gotta be, it's all hands on deck, you know, they've gotta be willing to take that ball. You know, we've talked about past teams and guys that are relevant to the program that have done in the past, and we talked about 2007 how Mitch McClagan, I think, ended up having 5 outings, and Brady Dirks had 4 outings, you know, past players of ours, and that's what it's gonna take, and to be excited about that challenge. They've got an opportunity for a unique situation of finding out in terms of, and it gets down to character, you know, how tough are you, how bad do you want this, and that's gonna be tested, but I think, you know, we gotta play clean. We gotta play to our ability levels. And in terms of how we're gonna approach it with our pitching staff, it might be a little bit different, but I think it's gonna give us the best opportunity to win. So if you're gonna ask me who game 1 starters, I'm not gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you what I told all of our guys: be ready to throw.
All right, thank you, and we'll see you in Mitchell.
Okay, thanks.